Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Probie to Pro. Today we are going to talk about Extra Fly, a first come, first served type of open time that allows you to pick up pairings that have already been assigned to a reserve pilot. First things first, as with all open time, Extra Fly pays second year rates. Extra Fly is covered in Contract Section 13 Oscar. It says that a pilot may pick up a reserve assigned pairing unless the reserve pilot has the own preference selected or has chosen release to check-in. Even if a reserve pilot has already checked in for the assignment, they still have the option to fly it or relinquish it if somebody else wants it. Another important note from the contract: if you pick up a reserve pairing via Extra Fly that has triggered a pay multiple, short notice call out, for example, you will not get the pay multiple. You would be picking it up at straight pay. But again, straight pay at second year rates. Okay, so those are the basics. Now let's talk about the mechanics. First, how would I find out what has been assigned to reserves and therefore available for Extra Fly? Well, in CWA, navigate to Reports, Reserve Callout, choose Today or Tomorrow, Left or Right Seat, the base, AM or PM, and the type of sort. Here, you can see the reserve callout list that shows who is available, assigned, returning, and away from base on that day. We are interested in the assigned reserve section. This shows who has been assigned to which pairing, the report time, and whether they have the own preference or release to check-in selected. So look for a pairing that has a report time far enough in the future that you can make it to the airport and the pilot doesn't have own or release to check-in selected. You can also find this information by going to the open time award list in CWA under the reports column, though there you can't see whether they have own or release to check-in selected. It is, however, easier from there to click on the pairing to see the details. This report may also be useful if there was a pairing that you bid for an open time that you didn't get, and you want to see whether it was awarded to another open time bidder or assigned to a reserve pilot. And on that note, Extra Fly can be a good backup option if there's a trip in open time that you would be willing to fly straight. You can bid it premium first, and then if it goes to a reserve instead, you can still pick it up straight. So you can see all that info in CWA, but in my completely unbiased opinion, the SWAPA website and app are more user-friendly. On the website, look for Reserve Callout under SAC Tools. On the app, go to the More menu, select SAC Tools, and then Reserve Callout. Once you enter the appropriate data, you can see all the information you need to make a decision all in the same place. Pretty cool. Click on the pairing details to see the trip. Once you've found a pairing that you want to pick up via Extra Fly, all you have to do is call crew scheduling and tell them the start date and the trip number. It's really that easy. And remember, anything you pick up as Extra Fly is paid at second year rates for first year first officers, which is almost as good as premium. Also, that reserve pilot might get to stay home, so everybody wins. Okay, that's it for Extra Fly, but before I sign off, we do hope you find that this series is useful and informative, but please let us know what we can do better by sending us an email with your feedback, good or bad, at com@swapa.org. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.